Good morning, good day, all my beautiful friends. Hello, you two. It's a lovely day. I believe it's August 22nd already. My, how time flies. So many things going on right now. So many things. It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. The Obamas. Have they not yet been relegated to history? We can only hope. They're now film producers of a new movie that underlines why it's better to be unemployed under Barack Obama than to be employed under Donald Trump. That's a hard one. That is so wrong. That is so disingenuous. That is so unpatriotic. Can't exactly call it treasonous, but I can call it just plain out stupid. This is just ungracious, unbelievable stuff. You can believe anything you want about them. I don't even believe he was born here, but that's me. You can believe whatever you like. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some weird stuff here. And I'm not going to get into the weird stuff. Jeffrey Epstein, go figure. Is he even dead? Is he really even dead? That I'll talk about. I'll tell you what I think. You decide what you want to think. It's like that. And The Simpsons. I never really watched The Simpsons. Quite honestly, in the early days, I don't even think I was allowed to watch The Simpsons. Symptoms? There may be symptoms. The Simpsons. Although one must admit that the concept, the writing, and the history of The Simpsons is quite genius. And there's the phone. Apologize for that. Anyway, it's probably somebody from India wanting to upgrade my Subaru warranty. Who knows? Anyway, The Simpsons. A little mini episode just came out. Go watch it. It's hilarious. The squad and all the Democratic candidates singing songs from West Side Story with Trump. It just tells you a lot about what's serious and what's not. The man's serious. The man's doing a great job. Do I believe everything he does is right? I don't believe that about anybody. I hope you don't either. You are my lovelies. I believe that you know better than to believe that about anyone. However, I do believe that he is in favor of our country. I do believe that the significant portion of the Democratic Party is not aligned in that area. I honestly don't get it. But at least the man tries. At least he puts his plan forward. At least everything I've seen him do or try to do has been in order to try and better this country. Will it all work? Certainly not. Nothing always works. However, there have been very few, if any, people in history who have put their own lives on the line and their own reputations on the line as far as this man has. And I believe that he's worthy of support. I haven't seen anybody that I would support beyond this man right now. It's just not out there. There's plenty of good people, but I don't think they want to fool with it, and I don't blame them. Me, I'd do it just for, I wouldn't say just for giggles, because I believe in this country. But I'd never get past the scrutiny. I don't know that anybody would these days. Who could possibly get past that? Unless, of course, you're a Democrat. Then it doesn't matter what you did. So this whole thing is I want to say confusing, but it's really not. It's the same tactics that you see throughout biblical history. You got a force of good and a force of evil. Call it any way you like. Disagree with me? Comment below if you like. I would love that too. It's sheer insanity. You can't pay for everybody's stuff. There's going to be good times. There's going to be bad times. There's going to be times when you're hungry and times when you have plenty. And doing foolish things because it's okay because somebody else is going to pay for it is not part of the plan. And if you think you're going to get away with that, yeah, for a while maybe. All right, I talked about the Simpsons. I've talked about this film that the Obamas, Barack and Michelle, are film producers making 7, 8, 9, I don't know, figures on a film that talks about how terrible it is to be employed in a place that was closed down under his presidency and jobs shipped off out of the country, but now it's reopened and the people that have jobs again are being portrayed as worse off than they were when they were unemployed. They all had choices here. We all have choices here. This is insanity at a very, very high level, and we're trying to be led. We're being led. It's an attempt to lead us, and I hope for myself and for those wonderful of you that are listening to this, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's tragic. It's tragic that people would portray this country that way. This country has issues. This country has leaders that are not in it for the country. They're in it for themselves. This is definite. There's only, as I know it at least, and believe me, I don't know it all, but term limits will help. Term limits will also help. And lastly, I think that term limits would help. When the people who govern us can spend all they like to get in, promising anything to get you or whomever to vote for them, and then find themselves in a situation where from day one, the only thing they're really concerned about is getting reelected. And how much can they make? Because the longer they're there, the more influence peddling goes on. And as they get out, somehow or another, they get to peddle it even further. People go in poor, they come out very, very rich. This wasn't the idea. The idea was to come in, serve the country, and then go back to your farm. Go back to your home. Go back to being a citizen, which is what the highest level of, if you will, control in this country is, a citizen, not a politician. A politician is a servant. This has been so lost and so disingenuous. Term limits. I'm going to say it one more time. Term limits. Is that the whole answer? No. Will it start the answer? Perhaps. Hopefully. Won't hurt. Definitely won't hurt. Hold people accountable. Holding people accountable. My third topic. Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not going to get into it. You guys know who he is. You know what he's done. And if you don't, I don't know what rock you crawled out from under, but that's okay. Whatever that he is considered being a part of, which I'm not going to discuss, you know, he was convicted, or shall we say acquitted, I don't know, a decade ago, given immunity All his people were given immunity. This man knows an awful lot about an awful lot of people who are very, very powerful. Maybe term limits would have helped then, too. Very, very wealthy, influential people who are in, let's call it his black book. Are the Clintons there? You bet they are. Are the Clintons responsible for every covert thing that's happened in the last 2 decades? No, but they're probably not far from it. Probably not far from it. They're involved in a way that, do they control did they have the man murdered? No, of course not. Would a nod and a wink be enough? Probably. How many people are complicit in this? I don't know. I know that none of us that are watching this, or myself, know who was involved in killing John Kennedy. Why did I bring that up? Who was involved in killing Lee Harvey Oswald? How convenient. Jeffrey Epstein's dead. How convenient. How convenient. If you were caught at the age of 6 with your hand inside the cookie jar, and Mama had just turned on the kitchen light, and there you stand exposed in the light with your hand inside the cookie jar, and you're 6. Well, gee, Mom, there was a mouse. I saw him go in the cookie jar, and I was trying to get him out. That's what happened, Mom. Yep. As Mom giggles and just says, "No, son. No. Just go back to bed."